Hello, and welcome to another episode of Steven Goes to the Movies. Once again, here with Alan.
What's up?
As we just saw...
Possession of Hannah Grace.
The Possession of Hannah Grace.
Yeah, I'm so great. Oh my god, I loved it.
He's being sarcastic, I hope.
Yeah, I am.
This movie...
I mean, it wasn't like I hated it, but...
I didn't hate it.
It's just like, whatever.
But more so because it helped it kind of lulled me to sleep a little bit. This movie was so boring. And nothing happened, and I feel like the commercials, the trailer for it was a lie. Alan, is there really much more to say? I mean, we're not even at a minute.
Oh no.
So
yeah, I just felt like so standard fare. Like, oh, you could tell when every fucking jump scare was gonna come out.
Yep.
You could tell like the whole plot, like from the beginning.
Yeah, they did. It was a pretty lame story.
You know, they had that one set,
the redemption of a character.
Which, that morgue seemed like kind of unrealistic. Like it was like, it looked like a set. It didn't look like a real place.
Yeah, the morgue was not a morgue.
Right. And
I will say, like, early on, I thought there was some potential. Like when our main character walks into a room, the lights overhead turn on in the shape of a cross. Before the other lights that were supposed to come on a second later. So it made me
it was like the religious allegory thing.
Right, so I thought there was going to be something deeper with that, or at least like they were going to do some more of like play on like the cross and play on like that kind of thing. I mean, they gave us backstory on characters that like we knew were gonna die, so it was like, why do we care about this whole exposition? And then her, I guess spoilers, but the main character is working in this morgue because she was a cop and she couldn't shoot a suspect, and so her partner died. And she spends the whole movie, like, apparently she's been racking her brain for 3 months and she's been addicted to drugs because she wants to know why couldn't she pull the trigger. And then in the end of the movie, when she needed to, she pulled the trigger.
Yeah, she could pull the trigger on an inhuman demon, but not a person. Okay.
Yeah, and like,
I think most people could do that.
But the arc that finally establishes that moment is extremely weak, because literally 2 minutes before in the movie, she's like hunched over on the floor gasping for air as she's having a panic attack. Right. And then all of a sudden, because her ex-boyfriend, but I guess she had feelings. Who's a cop, but she had feelings for him because he's the one that chose to move out or something. Right. His life is being threatened, and that I guess is the reason all of a sudden she can. That's like the catalyst that causes her to be able to take the gun and start shooting back. Right. I honestly, the one thing that would have redeemed the movie a tiny bit that I expected and didn't come was right at the end when they showed the main character, like, she's looking in the mirror and there's a little fly. I fully expected her eye to like turn blue. Right.
That's what I thought it was gonna. Why the damn demon wasn't killing her, because the demon was gonna possess her. Right. I thought it was gonna go for that dark ending. Right. Where she just, and not
demon
even was just preparing to like possess
to move on. Right. And not even like sequel bait as much as just it would have at least made everything make a little more sense. Right. But without that, it was just like,
it just like the actress for the possessed demon character was just so like lightweight.
All of the acting was lightweight.
Oh, I didn't mean her physicality.
No, the performance.
I just meant her physicality.
Oh, you meant literally she was a small figure.
A scrawny little like thing. I'm like, so then they have to make her use like powers like psychic freaking powers again.
Yeah, this demon was so strong that like without moving. Yeah. Like the whole point of an exorcism is they tie it down so it can't do shit, right? Right. But then somehow this demon is so strong that it was able to use its mind and scream at things and kill people. Right. And also the movie would never have had to happen if. So the dad of Hannah Grace, apparently, I guess, has spent 3 months trying to hunt her down and continue to kill her and try to find a way to end the demon. her father, and you need to listen to me because she's possessed by a demon. Instead, he just brandishes a knife and is like, you do what I say or I'll kill you.
But like that's the whole point, is that most people are not going to believe you unless they see it for themselves.
But at least he could have started with the truth and have her not believe it, then be a threatening character that would instantly cause her to be suspicious.
The way they did it makes sense. That way it makes sense.
I guess. But either way, like, the movie was bland.
Yeah.
Right?
It was just, whatever movie, like, I wouldn't spend any sort of money to watch this. Maybe if it's on Netflix,
not
on the road.
Yeah.
And
like if I need
like
something,
to see, you have to see every horror movie.
Yeah.
And a possession movie, maybe see it. I think, the main actress is pretty attractive.
She was attractive, but like the point I was trying to make earlier was, all the acting seemed very light.
Yeah, it's like a TV. Sci-fi movie.
It was like a sci-fi channel, acting quality level to it. Like, nobody was bad, but nobody really like gave it anything. Right. Even the supporting actress who played the nurse and the main character's
Castle, right?
AA sponsor. Yeah, she's from the show Castle. She's Detective Beckett in Castle, and in that show, she's good. She's got personality. She's got she can act. And in this movie, she just she was monotone.
So I don't think it's her. It's probably the writer or the director.
Right, which is why I'm saying all the acting across the board was very similar. So I think that it must have been the writers, directors, producers that I don't know why they wanted to have like this muted kind of style to everything. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird, and I definitely don't recommend it either.
Right.
Later tonight, we're going to be seeing Anna and the Apocalypse.
Right.
So hopefully that'll be better, and we can give you this or that.
That other trailer.
Oh, so there was one new trailer. We walked in a little late, but there was a trailer that played. It was The Invader. The Invader, which is about, according to, it looks like the trailer. I don't know if it matters, but it's a black couple who buys the house.
Oh yeah. Now, I had to get some sort of refreshment.
Yeah, who buys the house of
Dennis Quaid.
Who buys Dennis Quaid's house, and it seems like he lost everything and wants to get it back or something. And it looks like it's like a slasher kind of.
It looks like either his wife committed suicide or he killed his wife in that house.
Right, and now
even though he sells it to get money, he's
obsessed with
upkeeping it, and comes back and just like stalking these people and like stalking the wife.
It's almost probably like a swim fan in reverse or something.
Yeah.
Like he becomes so, or a photo booth. What's that movie? 1 hour photo. Like he becomes so ingrained in their lives that he thinks he deserves to be part of it or take over it or something.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, it looked interesting enough.
It looks interesting. Yeah. But this movie, the trailer looked interesting, and it wasn't. So.
I know, that's a problem.
Trailers can.
Luckily for AMC Stubbs A-List, it didn't cost us anything. Although we do have to say, warning with the AMC Stubbs A-List, Alan ran into a little bit of an issue trying to get his ticket today because he had 3 things reserved for the future.
Right.
And I mean, I assumed incorrectly that you could go up to the theater. Right. Even though, maybe you have 3 reserved for the future, but you should be able to reserve 1 for the present.
Right.
Right. Like
just get a ticket when you're there.
The movie had already started. Yeah. We got there late, so it's not like he would have been reserving a seat. He would have been claiming an open seat.
Right.
But they wouldn't let him because it said he had already had his 3 reservations booked. Right. So he had to cancel. Did you got your ticket though for the?
Yeah, I did get
so he had to cancel one of his reservations to then recheck in after he bought the ticket for this one, because then that re-cleared the spot.
Right.
And that was annoying and extremely frustrating.
Because I got 2 pre-screenings for Bumblebee and Aquaman locked in, and then I had the
for
one
Anna and the Apocalypse,
which is like Q&A. So we wanted to
make sure we had those seats.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then because of that, I had to for I guess a couple of minutes not have the reservation.
Right. He had to open a spot, even though he went to the physical, the person, the cashier, and said, "I'd like a ticket." She said, "No, the computer won't let me do it."
And I mean, it's a weird system, but whatever.
It's still great. I'm not complaining.
Now, until like basically next Saturday, I only have like one reservation.
One at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. So, which is
just
okay.
like AA, one day at a time.
Right.
Well, anyways, thank you, Alan.
Yeah.
And thank you, everybody. And we'll be back again tonight with another one.
Right.
So have a good day.
Have a good night.